from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Royals offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Snagged in the middle, it's Smallwood. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Using his legs, it's Cousins. Got the first down and more. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain. The Royals come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Miami's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The run from the shotgun. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Martinez will let it fly. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricane! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question when the quarterback was going to do that. Nice job.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. Looking for space. It's key. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. New set of downs after that completion.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The give to the fullback. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Royals decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He makes the connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. The 30. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Royals! That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete on the right side. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll go to the ground. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They go to the draw. Oh, what a move. Embarrassed him again. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. They'll go to the counter. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Handoff to the single running back.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Caught close to the marker. It's Horton. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes with the 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll They'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. It's a draw. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Complete to the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Leaves it with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Royals look to keep this drive humming. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game time.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 7 over FIU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately but a good pickup on that play. And now on second down for this offense. Martinez looking to fire. He makes the catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Horton. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're going to throw it again. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And the defense just has to do a better job in coverage in that situation. Down close to the goal line, you know it's going to be man coverage. You just have got to do a better job sticking on your guy. And the defender just simply got beat.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them the lead at 14-13. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Quick spin on the line. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Royals come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this position.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to the back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. He's there to make the stop. You've got a 30 manageable, back up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Royals line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He's going to pass. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The first down for the offense. He wants to throw. They're setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stops for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Makes his connection.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push it.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. There's a timeout call the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking to move it through the air. On target to the left. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Martinez will let it fly. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Second down coming up.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Give to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in South Florida than you? A captivating start to this one. And what we've witnessed is a rarity these days in our sport. These defenses are taking matters into their own hands, putting points on the scoreboard, and effectively controlling the narrative of this game. Points off turnovers are kind of found money for teams, but at some point, these offenses are going to have to make some adjustments and carry their share of the load. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
And the Royals will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Royals! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 35 to Nevada. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
He's right on target. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Got his man. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now on second down. Martinez looking to fire. On target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He'll come out throwing on first down. That's reeled in. It's Horton. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll leave it with him. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Getting some heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Cousins. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires to the right. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Kane. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back looking for help. Obliterates him, still on the move. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to get it through the air. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long. I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
The Royals will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got it. He gets a block. Touchdown, Miami! And the pummeling has started. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Smallwood. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Might as well give it to him again. Thrust that arm out.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Smallwood. Hit the afterburners, kid. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, in that kind of situation, in that field position on your own side of the field, 3rd and short, defense was definitely thinking run, and instead they throw the football, they catch him off guard. It's an explosive play, now setting up 1st and goal.
DB's right up on the receivers. And the Royals trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Royals! start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. He's got it down the middle. Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Martinez will let it fly. He's got it inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside give. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the last run, we can just give it to him again on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Horton. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. On second down, he'll fire.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Navy. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. left to the back. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. The Royals are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Looking for room. It's Cousins. And more yards after contact. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They'll throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Cousins. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. He's got his man. Just keeps moving. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
34.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Martinez looking to fire. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, going up top. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his man. It's Smallwood. Makes the catch and he's brought down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Catch in the middle. It's Hall. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here.
56. Royals. 34.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the gun, running back on the move.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Feeling some heat. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Royals.
And this offense gets on the board and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. He'll set up to throw. They're trying to get to him. And the defense gets to him and snuffs out the two, and they will draw no closer here.
Miami, 56. Royals, 40.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, moving behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Facing a third down is short from the 26. Martinez will let it fly. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. And the Canes will have it first and 10.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Royals. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Number 6.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Snap it to the back. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and they're down 8 here in the 4th. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll run the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it down the left side. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They'll try the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A first down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. On the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cage! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by 11 to FIU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down and 10th coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds. Here comes the offense on first down.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the 4th quarter, losing, you've got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, the defense thought they had a plan for this option attack. And this quarterback, they repped against him in practice all week. It's one thing to do it against your scout team, and it's one thing to try to stop that guy. He is very dangerous. That's already the 2nd rushing touchdown using the option.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
70. Royals. 48.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own player. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gotten out everybody right now on the same page.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Martinez looking to fire. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the route is on.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. Want to go back to the locker room, you want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Canes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker calling for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Working on the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Royals are on the move.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Royals come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seen things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. It's a pretty good day.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At midfield, he's got room. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, Dave. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and trying to ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Takes the handoff. It's Compton. Got the first down. Looking for more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game.
And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd down try for the offense. He'll keep it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off?
Touchdown, Gators! And how about the kicking game coming up with a play? A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To the air on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Florida! The defense takes matters into their own hands. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Great heads-up play by the defender there. He saw the ball on the ground, didn't just jump on it, was able to scoop it up, had a convoy, led him for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Martinez will let it fly. And that is incomplete. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Pocket starts to collapse, and they can't make the connection on third down. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark it down. So the Florida Gators offense will have its first possession of the game. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
Yeah, and I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. Going to the ground. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. All wideouts, no backs. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up second down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Here's the handoff. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Reads it, fires complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
That's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Might be looking to run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators! He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. It's caught downfield.
A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Martinez looking to fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Got his man. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Canes have moved it inside the 20.
Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
That makes the total Florida 28, Miami 3.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
To kick it off.
Here he he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give from the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Right back to the well. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run play action. The quick out. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Made a defender miss. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to tack 1 more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and get 6 points.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. And the Hurricanes send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. First down for this offense. On the move, it's Lagway. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. The give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Quick strike complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man to the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Going deep. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to...
And the ball is intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. He spins that thing down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Trying to find his man on first down. He makes the connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Martinez will let it fly. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 6th play of the drive coming up. Out of the shotgun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. It is good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg. 50+, and he did it with ease.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5.
The returner is tackled down in the
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Showing off the arms. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice job to get him past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. It didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air. It's Lagway. Gets it out fast. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Gators! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Troy is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Temple. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving on the year for him.
From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Canes will line up to punt it away.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Running back searching for a hole. Bulls his way forward. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough to give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make it.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. He'll bring it back. It's Moffitt.
The return is brought down at the
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started.
take over. First and 10.
Pulls it, fired, complete. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility, the guy in slot position.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught him.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Getting some heat. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down.
All kinds of running room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Got it set up on the outside. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays. A chance to cut it. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Ready to try the point after.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out.
Miami, 13.
On the run inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Or we should have ran a better route.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Zings it complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. Line getting set on 2nd down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. He'll start this drive firing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. With the catch, it's Webb. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Martinez looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Off play action. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Man, that's the play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch. He does it in a big moment here in this game.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Oklahoma. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping the quick game. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Abrams. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense has to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
And I'm just trying to find ways to make extra yards, right? I just get a couple extra in the red zone, and then I get that touchdown that I'm searching for. So I like it. It wasn't ultra productive, but it's a good way to get positive yards.
They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on third and goal from the 2? Trying to slam in. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. Touchdown, Florida. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The lone back's got it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Martinez will let it fly. They're bringing heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. You make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. can the defense stand tall? Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
54, Miami, 20.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Gators! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop it. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Oh, the ball's on the ground. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover and give up the yardage. It'll be first down. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the single back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go right back to the run. And he'll glide his way in for the score. Touchdown, Canes!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
The extra point.
And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
61, Miami, 27.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the air, it's Lagway. He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's now over 150 yards receiving. Might be worth noting that Taylor Jacobs holds the single-game record with 246.
Yeah, and when you got speed on the outside, find them, bro. I mean, those guys that are going to make plays, those are the guys I'm going to feature and continue to find. And so far, he hasn't disappointed. So if I'm Florida, I'm going to keep exploiting that matchup.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They want to just keep throwing it. He got it. Touchdown, Florida! And the punishment has been extended. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 10 over Ball State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This offense has a second down play. It's a draw. Runs through a tackle. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lagway. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be defensive coordinator calling plays.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Miami, 27.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football football game, how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now,
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gators! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Makes his connection. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. Trying play action. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. They're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man quickly.
and I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
But when you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Martinez looking to fire. Working the middle, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
Final play of the quarter coming. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the offense. They're going to ride this running back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. And the Gators will punt this one away.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike.
34.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Gators decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Martinez will let it fly. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Cantrell. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll go right back to him. At the 35, he's loose. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
The give to the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Handoff to the lone back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Gators line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Martinez looking to fire. Makes a connection. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
My goodness, dude, that is close to 500 yards. Most people can't do that on air. Most people can't do that in a video game.
And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He slings it deep to the left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? He couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Feeling some heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now on the counter. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting into the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push. At the point of attack, it seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
They'll go to the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Wide out in motion. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Martinez will let it fly. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Snags it on the right. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board.
Miami, 44.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats